money, I need more. Give them a show, killing you nose and taking your bro. We just wanna get lit.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
A.J. Bournier with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And a Dolphin first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mark Andrews, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 14, Saints nothing.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A 10th carry for Kamara. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Lever.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0.
21, Saints nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taylor now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Jameis to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
4th down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
A gain of 26 yards.
Tannehill on first down. Out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Touchdown! That's caught. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tannehill looking to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taylor now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure.
And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Miami.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Tannehill's pass complete to Mark Andrews. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That's caught at the 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
First and 10 at the
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win it?
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taylor now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Winston to throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Being chased out left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Taylor now from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taylor now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Going up top. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A big play there for the Dolphins. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2. Tannehill going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Kamara. Evades him at the 10. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
The tackle made by Kevin King.
Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Tannehill going to throw it. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about this.